Hey, what's going on guys? My name is Nort, and today what we're gonna do is something pretty interesting. I noticed a few of you guys were asking me to do this video as well, and the whole question and idea behind this is just awesome. So hear me out guys, because what we're gonna do is we're going to bring Franklin over to Brad's grave in GTA 5, and we're gonna see exactly what he does and what he says. Because for those of you guys who don't know, when you take characters to certain locations, they will start commenting based on what they're looking at. So let's say if we took Franklin over to a store where they sold masks, he would start commenting about the masks. If we put him in front of an NPC just like a normal person, he might even look at that NPC or talk about them. So what we're gonna do is we're going to take Franklin. Who is phoning me? I'm gonna hang up. I don't want to know who that is. But what we're gonna do guys is we're gonna take Franklin over to North Yankton. We're gonna stand him in front of Brad's grave, and bearing in mind on the grave it says Michael Townley. So he's going to discover so many interesting things in this video, and it's going to be interesting to see what Franklin does say, because he's literally going to be discovering Michael's past in this episode. And before we get into this video guys, I just want to ask you guys to smash that thumbs up button. That would of course be absolutely amazing. Yesterday guys, I just want to say thank you so much for the incredible support. We smashed 3,000 likes again within like 9-10 hours or so. Like, you guys went absolutely crazy on that, so thank you so much for the incredible support on our previous video and the one before it. So today guys, what we're gonna do is set our like goal at 4,000 likes. I think we can do it this time guys. We're climbing up and you guys are showing some amazing support, so thank you so much. I also saw a few other comments from people saying let's try and hit 10,000 likes and stuff, and I was thinking to myself, whoa, okay, hold on, 10,000 likes, that's crazy. So I'm gonna set the goal at 4,000 likes today, but let's just see what we can do with this guys. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go straight over to North Yankton, and I just want to put out there guys that we're playing campaign before Bury the Hatchet, because for those of you guys who don't know, Bury the Hatchet is where Trevor finds out that Brad was actually set up by Michael, and Michael was kind of using that entire prologue mission to get out of the entire group and basically take everyone else down around him. So Trevor doesn't actually know the truth, and no one really knows the truth in this. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take Franklin over to North Yankton. I keep hitting my microphone, I do apologize for that, but we're gonna take Franklin over to North Yankton, stand him in front of that grave, and we're going to see exactly what he does, what he says. And I mean, this is going to change everything between Franklin and Michael, because he is literally going to be discovering the truth. And we're also going to take Michael over there as well. We're going to put them both over that grave, and we're going to see exactly what conversations start sparking up. But this is going to be amazing, and the reason why I decided to do this is because Franklin can't go over to North Yankton without mods. So as you guys wanted me to do, you said use your mod menu, take Franklin over to North Yankton, show him Brad's grave, and see exactly what's going to happen, because he is going to discover the truth, and this is going to be really, really interesting, and I just don't know what's going to happen, but it's going to change campaign, and Franklin is definitely going to think of Michael differently. Will he forgive him, or will he judge him? I don't know guys, but this is going to be interesting. So let's just go over to North Yankton. I'm going to spawn in the map, and we're going to go straight over to the grave, and oh my days, this is going to be interesting. So North Yankton, here we go. We've now spawned in. This is North Yankton. Oh boy. So as we make our way over to the graveyard, I think it's only necessary that I tell you guys everything which went down in prologue, because a lot of stuff went down which you might not realize until you start researching it and stuff like that. So basically, Michael sets up his entire team and Brad takes the fall for it, but that wasn't actually intentional. Brad only took the fall because he got in front of Trevor, because Michael actually wanted to take Trevor out instead. But of course, Trevor vanished into Sandy Shores, which is why he wanted to track down Michael afterwards to see exactly what he was doing and to find out exactly what happened in prologue, because Michael basically set everyone up. And because Franklin is like under Michael's arm and he doesn't really know all of this stuff, by taking him over to this grave, it's going to be interesting to see what does happen and what he does say about this. And I can honestly imagine Franklin just judging Michael for this, and this might even mess up campaign so much. So let's do this guys and see what's going to happen. But very interesting idea indeed. So thank you so much to you guys who actually asked me to do this video. So the grave is somewhere over here. There's so many crows around here. I mean, look at that guys, there's 2 crows up there. There's so many crows in this graveyard. There's the grave, there is the grave. Oh man, this is gonna be interesting. Oh wait, it's actually been, okay, wait, the grave is empty. That's so weird. No way, what? This is so weird. I might need to get an earlier game save. Okay, I'm gonna load up another game save, guys. Let's do this because right now Franklin can't see anything. It's just not there. Oh man, that is so weird. What? Okay, let's load up another game save, guys. I think we're gonna go all the way to... Oh, which one do we go for? Okay, so I've just loaded up another game save. I think we're at 7% right now. So at this moment in campaign, Trevor isn't actually around. He hasn't really discovered Michael or Franklin or anyone, so you can't actually use him. But you can use Franklin at this point. You can use Franklin and Michael, and at this stage in campaign, they have a good enough friendship to go on to do missions together and stuff like that. Like, they are actually friends. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take Franklin over to North Yankton, and what we should find is Brad's grave with Brad inside there and stuff, because this isn't even close to any of the missions where Trevor finds out about Brad. So let's go over to North Yankton again, guys. This is gonna be interesting. I can't wait to see what's gonna happen, because once he sees Brad in that grave, he's gonna discover so many things about Michael, and I just don't know if he's gonna forgive Michael or whether he's gonna judge Michael for this. I don't know. And look at this, guys. Look how low this plane is going. Oh man, that's going really low. Is that going down? I don't know, but that plane is going so low. I think it's staying where it is. I don't think it's going to go any lower, but for a moment, I thought it was coming to land in North Yankton. Maybe it is. Maybe it's going somewhere else. I don't know, but that's really weird, guys. It's going really low. But let's go over to the grave. Can we see anyone inside this grave? We have to, because at this point in campaign, no one has touched this grave since prologue, and I can still see the dirt. I can literally still see the dirt. This is so weird. This doesn't make sense, like, whatsoever. This just doesn't make sense. I have no idea what's going on, but you can still see the dirt, and there is no one inside there. Is Franklin gonna say anything? Like, this is Michael Townley's grave. He can literally see that Michael Townley is in front of him. Are you gonna say anything, Franklin? Are you gonna say anything? Come on, Franklin. I'm gonna stand here for like a minute or so and see if he says anything. If he doesn't, then I'm going to start bringing Michael and Trevor and everyone else over here as well to see if they start talking about this. But this is so weird. Yeah, okay, so it's been like another minute and I still can't see anything. Like, Franklin isn't saying anything whatsoever. And I've tried so many things. I've even tried aiming in at the gravestone like so, and still nothing, guys. Like, Franklin doesn't acknowledge it whatsoever. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring Michael over here as well, and we're going to see what they talk about, because he's going to have to explain himself when Franklin is looking directly at Michael's gravestone in GTA. Okie dokie, here we go. Here we go. Is Franklin there? Franklin is there. Oh, yes. Okay, this is going to be interesting. I'm going to jump straight inside. We're both in the gravestone. Okay, are they going to start talking about this? Let's see. Come on. Oh, come on. They're getting annoyed at me. They're actually getting annoyed. I'm determined to find out what's going to happen, because no way are they just not going to talk about the gravestone. They're going to have to talk about it at some point, guys. Let's go to a different game save. Let's go to... I don't want to go to this because no one really wants to talk to each other. I'm going to go with... this. Let's do this, guys. I just want to know what they say and what Michael says to Franklin. So let's do this again, guys. I'm determined to do this. Okay, Franklin saw us. Let's go and speak to Franklin. Okay, let's see what they talk about. I've just put Michael in the grave. They can't hang out at this point, so we can't hang out with the players. But let's see if they do anything else. I think we need to hang out. I think we do, but we need to try and get to a game save where they don't talk about the previous missions. So I'm gonna find another game save, guys, but we need to hang out with these characters so they can actually start talking about the grave. So let's do another game save. This is taking so long though, guys. We will do this though. We will do this, I promise you. E, yes, hey, let's hang out.
Great, you want to get us a car?
Okay, so we're hanging out now, guys, and I'm just gonna wait until he starts talking to me again.
It's good seeing you, man. Socially, I mean.
Yeah, you too, kid. I guess I've been kind of lonely. You know, I mean, I love living here, but I never made too many friends. I've been kind of stuck in my head.
I don't get you.
Yeah, you will. Just wait until you're my age. You got nothing but bad choices and worse choices behind you. And mistakes you haven't made yet, but know you're gonna make ahead of you. Yeah, you'll remember then.
Jesus, sounds heavy. What happened?
My old life. I was living in the Midwest, you know, up to absolutely no good. Then Amanda gets pregnant, she gets pregnant again. Suddenly I got 2 kids and I'm running with maniacs. I was in a difficult position. Had to make some choices.
And
I did it. Got on with my life. That's that.
Okay, so he was kind of talking about prologue there. about how he made some difficult choices and got on with his life. It's kind of funny how we're talking about this right next to this grave, though. It's kind of interesting. I'm going to stay here for a little bit longer and see if he says anything else about this. But that's kind of weird. Like, he's starting to talk about prologue, and we're standing right next to the grave. I'm not too sure where Brad is. Like, he's just not there. Like, someone has just taken Brad. But are they going to say anything else? Okay, guys, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to load up one more game save, and we're going to try this one more time. Something I do know, though, is Michael is starting to open up a little bit more to Franklin when he's over in this location, and he was starting to talk about prologue and the things he did and the choices he made and stuff. So I'm not too sure.
Listen, kid, and listen close. If I can teach you one thing, just one thing, you know what that would be?
How to plan a job properly? How to stay calm?
How to not regret mistakes. You gotta learn how to move on, because you will make mistakes. Hurt people, it happens. It's life. All of life, not just this life, if you know what I mean. But you gotta move on. That's the greatest skill. Otherwise, you might as well be dead yourself.
And have you moved on?
That I do not know.
Okay, he's actually talking about this. Like, he was saying this life, if you know what I mean. Literally right next to his gravestone. Oh my gosh, that is so cool. Okay, so we're actually starting to talk about this, and Michael is starting to open up. Do I stay here a little bit longer and see if he says anything else? I think I will. I think I will, guys, and see if he says anything else. But he's starting to open up, and he's giving Franklin lessons based on what happened in prologue. That is amazing. That is actually awesome. So I'm gonna wait here a little bit longer, guys. I'm gonna see if Michael says anything else more, and then I will probably go into one more game save about halfway into campaign and see if they say anything else. So is Michael gonna say anything else about this? Come on, Michael, tell me something else, just one more thing.
Tell me about your old crew, Mike.
Well, it was me, this completely crazy guy, and this real stupid guy, and a couple of people who would come and go.
I got a crazy friend, but he also doubles as the stupid one too.
Hey, they can be useful. Anyway, we shouldn't look back, Franklin, just forward. Think about our thing and what we got going. The culture's obsessed with nostalgia. That don't mean we gotta be.
But you seem like a guy who's into nostalgia. With the old movies and stuff.
Yeah, I'm not very good at listening to my own advice.
Okay, guys, I'm not gonna load up the game save. They're actually talking about Brad right now. Like, they're getting closer and closer to his old crew. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. They're actually talking about the crew. Like, they're making comments based on where they are. This is actually amazing. Like, this is stuff I've never heard before in GTA 5. And it's the way Michael is telling Franklin about his version of what's happened, about how he got out and how he needed to do it and stuff. It's kind of like Franklin is believing everything Michael is doing, and he's still taking Michael's side. This is interesting. So if you guys are wondering whether Franklin would go against Michael or whether he would judge Michael, no, that is not the case. Franklin will just accept whatever Michael says and move on with Michael, which is extremely interesting. I'm gonna stay here for one more minute, guys, and I'm gonna see if they say anything else. But this is amazing. I'm actually finding dialogue which I've never heard before in GTA 5, because each piece of dialogue is kind of based around the surroundings around you. So let's say you're driving, Michael is going to be talking about your driving skills, or if you're walking with him around Sandy Shores or something, he will start talking about Sandy Shores. Or let's say you're on top of Mount Chiliad, he's going to start talking about hiking or maybe Mount Chiliad or something like that. And because we're next to Brad's grave, we're getting all of these questions about his old crew, about life lessons Michael is giving us as well. Like, so many questions and so many answers Michael is giving us about prologue and about what happened. This is amazing. I'm just going to wait here a little bit longer and see if they say anything else, but this is getting extremely interesting, guys. Oh man, waited for 5 minutes and he's not saying anything else. Maybe he just wants me to get a car. I don't know. Come on, Michael, say something. Just say anything, dude. Okay, so I'm gonna wait 2 more minutes, and if Michael doesn't say anything else, then I'm gonna end the video here, because we've already got enough, because Michael has told Franklin some interesting stories which I've never heard before in GTA 5. So for those of you guys telling me that if you take Michael and Franklin to Brad's grave, you will hear some secret dialogue and stuff like that, you guys are correct. Thank you so much for telling me about that, because this is some amazing stuff. But for those those of you guys wondering what Franklin would do in return once he hears all these things, he's gonna do absolutely nothing, and he just takes Michael's side and accepts everything. So I'm gonna wait here for like another minute or so, and if Michael doesn't say anything, then I'm gonna end the video here. But we found some really interesting stuff. For example, Michael described his entire team as just crazy, and he needed to get out of there. In addition, he was talking about his new life, the one which ended with this grave right here, and he was talking about how his crew just weren't the crew he wanted. It wasn't the life he wanted, and it was a huge mistake, and he kind of made himself out to be the good guy, which is extremely interesting. But what can we expect, because of course it is Michael, guys. And this is what happens if Franklin discovers Michael's grave, or Brad's grave, in GTA 5 in North Yankton. So if you guys did enjoy today's episode, be sure to smash that thumbs up button. That would of course be absolutely amazing. Let's try and smash that goal of 4,000 likes. We set the goal at 4,000 likes at the start of this video, so let's try and smash that goal of 4,000 likes in today's episode, guys. I know we can do it, and I recommend you guys also subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on awesome stuff like this on a daily basis, and let me know anything else you would like to see me do on my channel in the comments section below. And you never know, guys, your idea might make it into another video. But guys, thank you so much for watching. My name is Nort, and until next time, stay absolutely awesome. I'll see you guys in the next video.